All right. I'm just going to give everybody just a minute here to get on and then I'll get started. And I have never done a live video before, so if somebody could let me know if you can hear me, I'll know I'm doing it okay. Can you guys hear me? Oh, good. Okay, perfect. All right, so a lot of you guys may know me, but some may not. My name is Ashley Hewitt, and I'm a certified holistic health coach. And I'm going to just dive right into the material tonight so that we can get this over with pretty quickly. I know you guys are busy. Like I said, this is my first live. I've never done one in my life, so I'm going to be using my notes this time, and hopefully I'll get better as we go. So also, guys, feel free to leave comments and questions, and then at the end, I'll go back through and look through them and answer them for you. But let's go ahead and get started here. So the topic tonight is motivation. After reading through the sign up forms, the consensus says that the number one obstacle that most of you guys are facing is a lack of motivation. So that's what I want to discuss. I'm going to give you guys the 4 steps that I take whenever I'm trying to accomplish a goal and it seems daunting or I'm not sure it's even possible. And I love, love, love to set goals and smash goals. So this is proven and it works. Um, I also wanted to give you guys just um, the other obstacles that you guys said that you're facing. So right behind lack of motivation was lack of time, anxiety and depression, lack of prepping and meal planning, taking the all or nothing approach versus making it a lifestyle change, giving up too quickly before you see results, lacking consistency, and then also not making time for yourself. And I can personally relate to all of those. And I will be covering everything in further modules, but tonight we're going to stick with motivation. All right, so do you guys know what the definition of motivation is? It is the reason or reasons one of us has for acting or behaving in a particular way. And it also means the general desire or willingness for someone to do something. So I want to throw out a mind shift start right from the beginning here. And you guys are going to hear me talking about mind shifts a lot because that's really what it takes to reach a goal. If you're operating from the mindset that got you to where you are, if you don't change that mindset, you're not going to get to where you want to go. So, um, all right. So the mindset is usually what snags us up, and you guys could easily do a quick Google search and figure out all the answers to keto. So I think most of you guys are here for those mindset shifts. And that's really the value you guys are going to get from me as a coach is helping you turn those mindset shifts around and helping you reach your goals. All right, so what I'm going to teach you tonight, and this will help you reach any goal, not just weight loss, is going back to the lack of motivation. So what if I told you that you're not actually lacking motivation, but you're actually lacking clarity? So you need to be getting specific on what you're trying to achieve, why you want to achieve it, and then how you're going to get there. So let me explain that for you guys. So we know your what, we know you want to lose weight, and we're going to get a little more specific on that later, specifically like how much you want to lose. But you also had the motivation to sign up for this course. So I don't think it's like a motivation. I don't think that's the factor. I think that you aren't feeling motivated because it's not that you're being lazy. I think you just don't know what to do first, and that's when things start to feel daunting. So tonight we're going to go over the 4 things that I do whenever something feels daunting to me. And let's see here. All right, so first off, I'm thinking you might have not spent enough time on your why, so why you want to lose weight. And I know we hear thinking about your why all the time, but you really have to go there. You really have to put the time and energy behind thinking about that, because when you can get to the why behind everything, it's what propels you to keep going. And I was actually on a call with a friend earlier today, and she said, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. So that that's me every day. Like I told her, I almost weep every day when I review my goals because I have big reasons for what I want to do. So first off, you really have to have a big why. And then, and we can get into whys more. And if that doesn't make sense, let me know and I can explain that a little deeper. But to take a step further from your why, how will your life be different once the weight is off? how will you feel when you're at your goal weight? So you need to think about when you don't want to think about just getting to that goal weight, but what's going to be different in your life? Who are you going to show up and serve in a different way? Or what are you going to have the energy to do? Maybe you're going to have a lot of clarity, mental clarity and energy and less brain fog so that you can start your business, so that you have more time with your kids or your family. Maybe it's volunteer work, whatever it is that you want to do. It has to be bigger than just the pounds on the scale, because you're not gonna stick with it, and you're not going to stay there if that's the only reason. So I want you guys to close your eyes and envision yourself at your goal. What do you see yourself doing? So just sit here in the moment and pretend that you're at your ideal weight. You're already there. You're wearing your favorite new outfit that you got, and you're visualizing yourself having the energy to exercise or start your business or play with your kids, and let that feeling sink in. So, feeling yourself having accomplished the goal is the key to get there. This is where you kind of have to start to shift your mind, and you have to start acting like you're already at your goal. You need to summon the energy to be the future you now in this moment. So that is how anyone that's ever achieved anything has got it done, is they didn't keep acting as their current self to get where they're going. They're acting as their future self to get where they're going. So as you guys start to make healthier decisions, you're going to want to be that version of yourself. When you're at your goal weight and you're planning and prepping your meals, or you're choosing healthy foods and skipping the junk, those you're thinking of I hope I'm not confusing you guys, but you're thinking of that future self making those decisions. So the other thing you can do is, if it's hard for you to envision yourself where you want to be, think of like me or somebody else that's already done this before. Think what decision would Ashley make in this instance. And I am by no means perfect. I screw up all the time, and I'm a human being, and I eat junk sometimes. I mean, don't think of me as perfect, but I feel like I've been living this lifestyle long enough that it's just second nature. And in the moment, I can make the right decision. So you really need to be focusing on, as you go forward, making decisions from what your future self would be doing. So that was step one. You're figuring out your why and figuring out how you're going to feel once you get to that goal. So step two, and I'm going to put all this in a download for you guys because I know it's a lot of information and I want to keep it simple and actionable. But I'm just going to give you a little bit more information behind these steps. So next, you're going to want to create a visual reminder of your goal. Decisions are often made with emotion and not logic. So you have to keep yourself in the state of wanting your goal so bad that you just keep going after it. And at least for me, I'm a very visual person. So when I have a visual representation of what that might look like, it helps me to keep pushing forward. I know it sounds a little woo, but I have a vision board, and I'm imploring you guys to make a vision board as well. And it doesn't have to be like, I have mine sitting here. I don't know. Mine's huge and it has a lot of stuff on it, but this is like my working out weight loss. My goal is body composition. So I want to be building muscle, and I have all sorts of sayings and different things on here. But whenever I feel unmotivated or whenever I feel just like the lack of energy to go do it, I look at that because I know in the future that's what's going to happen for me if I stick with it. So I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown on how I made that vision board. I do not make this complicated because you'll put it off for too long. So when I create my vision boards, I go to Pinterest, I create a secret board, and then I just start searching and pinning things that resonate with how I want to feel, or what it is I want to achieve, or what it is that what I want in my life in the future. And then you can either just reference that Pinterest board every day. I like to take it a step further, and I save the photos. Either you can, if you're doing it on your phone, just save them to your camera roll, or you can save them to your desktop. And then go into an app called Canva. It's free. It's Canva, Canva, and just make a collage of all those images that you gathered. And you can either print this out and hang it on your wall, or I also recommend keeping a digital version on your phone, because in the moment when you want that cheeseburger or the milkshake, you can look at your quick picture, save it to your favorites in your camera roll, look at that picture, and just remind yourself, if I skip this milkshake, I'm going to have that future. So yeah, I do this. I look at my vision board multiple times a day, and it's how I keep my energy level up and just keep pushing forward. So next, you're going to want to spend time looking at this vision board and visualizing yourself at your goal. So go back to, who you see yourself, your future you, how you feel, what you're doing, who you're serving, how you're showing up. And you want to take time every day to just sit with those feelings and sit with how it is that you're going to get there. you've got to feel it in your bones to make sure that this is going to happen for you. I think that's why a lot of times, like, you may start the diet, but you either fall off track, or you have one bad day and then a month later you've had a bad month. So if you have something that you can reference and that can bring that feeling back for you every time the day is tough, or every time you're about ready to make a bad decision, or even when you're feeling good, that's when I really like to look at it, is when I'm feeling good, because it helps me feel that much better. And I can go into visualization more like deeper in other videos if that's helpful. But I just want to give you my last tip, and that is that you have to believe 100% that this is going to happen for you. Because if you're kind of wishy-washy, or you're not 100% sure, it's probably not going to, it's either not going to stick, or it's not going to be sustainable. You have to commit your whole self into doing this. And once you make up your mind, you're going to reach your goal. So no obstacle is too big. You guys have everything you need. And then this group is also just going to be huge as far as accountability and friends to do this with, a support place to get your questions answered. So yeah, I know that you guys are capable, and I hope that that I can just keep giving you guys tips that are actionable and helpful. And all of the mindset work takes practice. And it's something you're just going to have to keep doing every day. Every time you have a thought that creeps in that, kind of makes you doubt yourself, look back at your vision board and 100% believe that it is possible for you. So I'm going to check and see if anybody has any questions. Feel free to post them here. Sorry, I'm getting some pop-ups of comments in the group as well. I don't see any questions, so I will, hopefully this is something I can save. I've never done this before. So hopefully I can save it and send it out to everybody to watch again if you want to, and I will be creating a download for you guys so that you can take action on these steps. But tonight, I guess your homework would be just to start pinning things, and really sit with how you want to feel once the weight is off. Because that's the person that you're going to be making the decisions as, not the current version. All right. I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'll talk to you later.